Joe Dirt getting closer and closer to Walker, Texas Ranger. Look at Alex Trebek. All class there in P3 in the standings, tied with yours truly, Mark Martin, Dwight Schrute. Just a game face there. Edward Scissorhands. Bad finish at Dover, but he's on the pole coming up here in this race. Albert Einstein still lurking in the top 10. John Denver, you know, he just doesn't make any noise. He just takes care of business. I'm not sure if he had a song that had those lyrics in him, but that's what he does. Oscar the Grouch. Big drop there, buddy boy. Deanna's got to be shaking in her boots a little bit. And then Bigfoot. Just quietly in the top 10. Taking a look at the rest of the standings there over on the right. And I think in the last video I messed up. I said Bryce. I think it's been a couple times I've said Doc Holliday. Or I said Doc Holliday was a Gway truck once, and then I said it was a Bryce truck once, but Doc Holliday is owned by R.A. Kaiser. Bryce's third truck is Turd Ferguson with Rod Woodson and Mr. Miyagi. Just little mistakes I make. But we have 9 YouTube commenter owners represented in the top 10 here. There's no repeat owners. The only 2 that aren't in there are Bryce, the aforementioned Bryce, and Phil Siborowski, whose top driver is Conan O'Brien there in P19. Phil Siborowski also has Pablo Escobar in, was that 27th? And then Hank Hill, P30, which might be the highest Hank Hill's been all season. So we'll see how it's going. And Willy Wonka has just fallen off the face of the planet down there in 40th. I don't know what's going on with him. I don't know. But all right. Will this finally be the race that someone dethrones Walker, Texas Ranger? Let's find out.
Gentlemen, start your engines, brothers.
The Craftsman Truck Series is ready for their 14th stop on the season. We're here in Loudon, New Hampshire. Hidden amongst the evergreens is New Hampshire Motor Speedway, playing host to today's Reynolds Wrap 107. Rah! Here we go. I'm not very good at intros like that. Edward Scissorhands on the Yoo-Hoo pole. I am starting, what, P8? Because I was just the equivalent of butt cheese at Dover. So I'm able to get a good start here. Oscar the Grouch. He needs to get a nice rebound. After whatever happened at Dover, I'm not really sure. I don't know. We're going to see what happens here. Tell you what, the first snapshot I do that I show might make or break your driver's race. Because that's gonna show who's gained and lost some spots.
Go green here, reach up there and pull them belts tight.
It's hard to gain some spots here, so once everything settles down,
The pace truck's off.
you won't be gaining a lot of spots. Okay, here we go.
Green flag, green flag. Green, 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 green.
3 minutes, 20 seconds.
3 minutes and 20 seconds. Counting down.
We'll take her easy through this first turn. What, I started, I think this is my best start
Stuck inside. Still there.
of the season. Or I started
Keep high.
P2 at Talladega,
Keep high.
but
Stay high.
good start means you had a bad finish, so I don't know.
Clear inside.
Okay, I'm gonna survive this. I'm gonna survive this start of what can be a hectic first few laps.
Inside.
I don't think I've ever had
Clear
really
inside.
any false starts here, but this is just a nice revamped New Hampshire track someone made,
Truck outside.
and I
Still there.
went all in with the MIPS. I got Reynolds Wrap
Stay low.
bookending the start-finish line. It was the subject of one of my MIP
Outside.
videos that I made
Still there.
in the off season.
Stay low.
We got full damage on, one random caution, and I think about 30 laps on pit stops. So we'll see.
Truck outside.
Edward Scissorhands has kept the lead here early
Clear
on.
outside. Outside.
But maybe Fleetwood Mac's making a move up there. I don't
Still
know.
there. Stay low.
I meant to look up Edward Scissorhands' best finish because he doesn't have a win. There's a lot of things I haven't mentioned. One thing is, I was looking through my standings, and basically in my top 5, top 10 spreadsheets, I also have something like adding up all of the numbers so that, you know, through 15 races, to make it easy for you, through 15 races, there should be 75 top 5s and 150 top 10s. You know, 15 times 10.
Still there.
So I have those numbers listed.
Clear outside. Truck
And
outside.
I realized, I think the Talladega race,
Clear outside.
I had forgotten to add the 3 bonus points for the fastest laps because my numbers weren't adding up. So I had to go back and find which ones I didn't put in. So if those, I mean, if you're a real stickler for the point system and stuff, you might have, and it hurt your driver, you might have actually already seen it. But that's been fixed. And what else? Yeah, Gritty. How about Gritty? Gritty's win at Charlotte broke a pretty good, I think we had a 9-race AI different winner streak going ever since Oscar Grouch's back-to-back. What happened here?
Line. Let's go. Hold your staff. We've got a wreck on front straight.
Wow. Okay.
Inside.
Okay, so we got to restart this thing. Did you hear the Bee Gees clock go off? It doesn't matter how big or small the wreck, anything other than a mechanical. So I don't even know why I'm still running this. So we got to go see what happened here. I maybe showed it already. Joe Dirt spun Wednesday Addams around. And I mean, it can't be argued that this isn't worth a restart, but we have the Bee Gees clock. And that's the whole point of it. Well, not really the whole point of it, but just, yeah, brother. False start.
Drivers,
So
start your engines.
that snuck in right under the timer there. And basically, I don't save the replay there, so that anything that happened there is gone. So if you're ever watching a race and the beginning doesn't have, you know, like action after the start finish line, because I can always fake it up to the start finish line with the, you know, the pace lap, but anything after that, if I'm not showing a replay, if I'm not showing like footage of the first few laps, like racing action, that means there's going to be a caution coming that we have to restart because I don't have access to that replay anymore. So anyway, here we go. It's not a very scientific number. I just make it up as I go here. 3 minutes, 22 seconds.
Pull them belts tight.
3 minutes and 22 seconds. Counting down.
All right.
The pace truck's off. Be ready.
Kind of a dick move by Joe Dirt.
Green flag. Green flag. Green, 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 green.
See, at Papyrus tracks, I don't get a good jump. And then at non-Papyrus tracks, I do. So it's just, I really found that. It's definitely a pattern I've found. What is this? What's this action up on the top line?
Stuck inside.
Not having as good a start as I did in that first run.
Still there.
Pablo Escobar's barking at me now. Man, we were really settling in that
Stay
first
high.
run. All right, don't freak out, Oscar. I'm letting you go. Just move up the track here, boss.
Clear. Stuck inside. Clear. Inside. Stay high.
I turned the spotter down some.
Keep high.
Doesn't sound like it.
Keep high. Keep high. Clear inside.
These engines just aren't. I mean, the engines are going to be low all
Outside.
race. It's not like we have.
Clear outside.
It's not like we're running
Outside.
high RPMs here.
Keep low.
Well, we are, just not, you know.
Stay low. Stay
Oh,
low.
okay.
Still there.
Tell you what, that false start may also ruin my plans later this evening in the non-NASCAR world. Be like, yeah, I'm gonna be like 10 minutes late because I was running my big my YouTube race.
Truck outside.
Just trying to squeeze this
Still
race
there.
in.
Clear outside.
Yeah, well, we talked about gritty. We talked about fixing the point
Truck
system.
outside. Clear.
What else is there to talk about? Oh, you may have noticed in the snapshots that the interval numbers are like 0.3.9756. Like there's so many digits. That's because when I export the like the race standings from the snapshot, like the replay program, when I export all the info from there, that's how they are listed. Like they're that detailed, like to the 1/1000th, or to like the 1000th decimal, and it also has a 0 before the single digits, and I can change those because I was doing that in the first times I was doing the snaps. But the tricky thing is when you copy and paste them from the replay analyzer document, they have a little S at the end of it, which is for seconds. But whenever I try to use, I just use Google Sheets. When I tell Google Sheets, like, hey, I want these numbers to be like normal decimals, you know, no 0 and maybe just to the 100th decimal instead of the 1000th. It doesn't read it. It doesn't read it's even a number because, there we go, BGs. It doesn't read it's a number because there's the S is there. So what I was doing in the first handful of races, I was doing those snapshots with the replay analyzer and everything. I would just do a global. I would take the S out, just hit find S in the sheet, take the S's out, and then format the number. And that's what I've been talking about. Just little things I can remove from my workflow, just so I don't get bogged down. That's just one little thing, and I do it five, six times a race, and just little things like that add up. So I'm just trimming the fat a little bit in my processes while also not really losing the quality of what I'm doing here. Which, you know, I don't know if the quality is the best quality of all time, but I'm just doing my best to provide some entertainment in the winter here. I've been keeping up with a Monday, Wednesday, Friday upload schedule, and we should be able to keep up with that all season and not take a week off. I was thinking about taking a week off, and I was going to work on the spotter pack, but hell, the spotter pack is done. It only took, I thought it was going to take 8 days. It took 8 hours. So I usually just take a week off from the game, period. You know, just so I'm not dominating certain tracks and whatnot, and just really getting a feel for the controls and everything. I still will do that, but I'm ahead of schedule. So this is what I mean by once everything thins out, it thins out. Alex Trebek a lap down. I didn't even see that. And the rule on the BG's rec timer is like we have to get a rec call out before the timer goes off. So say Alex Trebek spun or something, I wouldn't know because we didn't get a call out, so it's game on. But I think we're gonna change it from the actual call out to the yellow flag, because on this wreck that just happened with Wednesday Adams and Joe Dirt, I saw the yellow flag well before I heard the call out, because I saw the yellow, and then the spotter file is yellow, yellow, caution's out, get back to the line. All that stuff, and then they tell you what is going on. So I'm waiting for a good old-fashioned, actually generated debris caution, because that audio is there's some idiot climbed the catch fence or something. Or no, it's not or something, but it's something like some idiot's on the catch fence, like what happened at Richmond. Just a little inside joke for us NASCAR fans. Tell you what, there's going to be a couple of they're not snoozer races. I mean, you got to perform well in every race to win the Jenkins Cup and win the championship. But this might be a snoozer. Pocono might be a snoozer. But then business picks up big time. Nazareth should be fun, although that I recall that being a lot of single file stuff last season. But we'll see how it goes. I don't want to get lazy here, though. I want to stay focused and not lose any spots here at New Hampshire. Fleetwood Mac actually in the lead now. Edward Scissorhands was leading that first try at this race, but Fleetwood Mac now in the lead. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar coming up on me right now.
Stay high.
And I have no idea what those movers and shakers look like at all. I'm guessing Trebek's going to be the biggest loser, because I just paused the game for the snapshot. So I went and saw what happened to him. Looked like he had a flat right tire, or something on the right side. They only changed right side tires out and got him back out onto the track. That's a big blow for the number 3 driver in the standings right now in points. And there's nothing else, buddy. There's nothing else happening. I'll try to, I don't know. There's nothing I can... That snapshot was probably embarrassing. Just a lot of single file stuff. Although we got Pablo Escobar making a move up here on Oscar, it looks like. He's peeking. I don't think he has him, though. Yeah, just that little mess, just that little mix, just screwing up. Got Kareem Abdul-Jabbar past me, and now I may never get that spot back. So, at the same time, if I want to win, if I want to save $10 at the end of the season, I got to perform in these races. Simple as that. I believe Dutch Vanderlyn from Red Dead Redemption is the defending winner of this race. I think he passed Guy Fieri in the later stages of the race to win. Oh man, I don't even know if I don't even think I'm treading water anymore with Kareem. I think I'm losing him now. Didn't practice at all, and this is probably one track you should practice a little bit. It's all about getting into a rhythm. And I'll tell you what hurts me too is because it's all single file, there's never a mirage of catching up to the field when they race side by side. Since it's all single file, you never get them going slower a little bit to catch up to them, you know? That has a lot to do with it. But we'll see. This race is going to be won and lost on pit road. Julius Caesar out with a camshaft somewhere. DNF for Julius Caesar. One of the better AC drivers in the stable. AC racing drivers in the stable. And he is DNF'd. So some early bloodshed here in Loudon. You gotta hope your driver's not next. Trying to definitely a Portland feel to this. Just not a lot of action, but I mean, I went all in with the MIP video and MIP this track to hell and back, so I was gonna run it, but I mean, there's just nothing going on. I do like the real world New Hampshire races. But I mean, in the sim world, it's just not not the most exciting event. And I think I'm holding up Smokey back there to the point where somebody's making a move. I think that's gonna be my guy, Colonel Jessup. Which, if he's on the move, I'm gonna let him go. Because I'll be fine. I'll lose some points this race. Almost guaranteed at this point I'll lose some points. Because I just don't have it. But I'll get Nathan Jessup some points if I can. Or maybe I get into a groove, I don't know. Lap 26, lap 30 is about the scheduled pit stops. So, like I said, a lot of dreams are going to be made and crushed on pit road here. And this track, wait till you see the slides that the AI does into these pit stalls. They're just way more pronounced than any other track. It's like 10 feet, like just a slide. So I got to be careful of that. And I'm way at the head of, or no, I'm not. Or am I? Hang on. I'm trying to think if this is one of those tracks where it's randomized. Your pit stall. I'm thinking your pit stall is randomized here. I'm not going to be way at the front of pit road. Is it? I don't think it is though. I know there was a Dover we've run that is like that. Yeah, I'm at the very beginning of pit road. I don't know if you saw that. I just saw that. It's just randomized on where you start in the field. So. Good thing I remembered that, because I would have been driving down pit road. Like, where's my stall? Anyway, one of the biggest pit stops of my life is coming up. Macho Man says, go to hell, gang. I'm going in. And I've really lost Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up here. I don't know, man. Trying to figure her out. There's just a sweet spot, and you gotta get the wheel perfect. Like I said, it's just a big rhythm you gotta get into. Hitting the exact groove it wants you to hit. I think I got to stay off that inside quote-unquote line. You know?
Truck outside. 45 is the speed limit. 45. Keep it
Oh,
under.
there's my stall.
4,000 inside.
Oh.
Clear outside.
I totally forgot. I was just talking about it for like 2 minutes, and then I forgot. So I might be near the back.
Go, go, go. Shit and get. Boom, baby. Hell of a job, gang. We nailed that stop. Awesome work. 45 is the speed limit. 45. Keep it under. 4,000.
I think this is the track that they do those big slide jobs.
Don't speed on pit road.
So I'm with
Keep it
Walker,
on. 4,000.
wherever Walker was.
Clear pit lane. Get going.
Well, John Denver's going to assert his dominance.
Don't run yet. Okay, merge when you can. Truck outside. The leader is on pit road, buddy. Clear. Truck inside.
All right, now, Chad Crow.
Keep high.
You have,
Clear.
I'd say, 3 or 4 laps to get a caution here to keep Alex Trebek on the lead lap.
Just another day at the office. You can race with these boys.
Because I'm guessing, I don't think he's in the, would he be in the lead right now? No. Maybe he ended up 2 laps down or something, I don't know. But
Inside. Clear.
with his pit stop, he should have gained everything he lost. I don't know. We'll see. All right, I knew I wasn't gonna just disappear to the back of the field because of my pit road boner. But I tell you what, here's Smokey the Bear. And I was running with Smokey the Bear before pit stop. Like, I don't think that really cost me that much. It's weird because, and there's
Inside.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar up there.
Stay high.
Maybe I just had an elite pit road entry.
We're in the top 20. Still there. Stay high. Clear.
I am racing Alex Trebek right now for position. So he is on the lead lap. But we're going to be watching for him to duck down. And for Sandy's sake, I'm not going to do the field snapshot until he's possibly going back a lap down. That's where he should be. No offense.
Truck inside. Still there.
I mean, I'm
Keep high. Keep high.
nice little racing here. But I got him. I mean, I just got
Clear.
fresher tires. I'll try to keep an eye on when he pits. Something else I wanted to mention is, you know, in theory, you know, the top driver winning the money, you know, makes a lot of sense. Made sense at the time, but as the season's gone on, I'm starting to think that all right, there's Alex Trebek going on the pit road. A couple more laps, we'll do a snapshot. But I'm leaning toward owners instead of your 3 trucks combined winning the championship instead of just one of your trucks, you know, because that'll help you root for all 3 of your trucks and everything. But I think it's in bad taste to change it mid-season right now. So we got to keep what we're doing, where the top driver gets the money. But I think in seasons forward, depending on, I mean, if we have owners that have more than 1 truck and they all have the same number of trucks, then yeah, I think we do combined owners points going forward. That'll add just a different dynamic to the races for sure. Will it? Yeah, I think it will. I'm just thinking about how I'm going to squeeze 3 drivers into a graphic. All right, hang on. All right. As I said, I just looked at the standings. Or I'm looking at the standings now for the first time, really. This race is won and lost on pit road. Marie Antoinette and Doc Holliday somehow beats Fleetwood Mac and Edward Scissorhands. I almost call him Dr. Scissorhands for some reason. Beat them off of pit road. So Marie Antoinette leading the field right now. And I'm not really getting a feel for any big movers and shakers. Because there's not going to be. There's not going to be anything wild.
You're one hot man. Keep digging.
That is a random one that plays when it's supposed to be just keep digging. But all of the ones you probably don't hear, if you're familiar with the NR2003 spotter, all of the ones that are like, all right, you're back in 5th. Okay, keep hustling. You're back in 3rd. Like, I know what position I'm in for the most part, so I don't need to be told that. So I've changed all of those to different, like, encouragements. Like, keep plucking that chicken, and like, you are one hot man, like that one was, and then just a bunch of other ones that we have not even heard yet. And even the ones that are like, all right, the next 2 cars in front are for position, and like, that next car is the leader. Like, even those ones are gone, where they're just encouragements or something quick and snappy, you know. So, you are one hot man. I think that just replaces the keep digging one. That doesn't even matter where you're at in the standings. And even, you probably heard him say, you're in the top 10, you're in the top 20. I've kept those, but I could easily just change those and we really wouldn't lose anything because I usually know what place I'm in. Anyway, we're going to skip a few laps. Got about 15 laps here before pit stops. All right. Lap 57. I have lost Joe Dirt. I was racing with him kind of close for a while. And then at the tail end of this run, 30-lap window, my tires give away a little bit more than theirs do. Basically because I'm sliding into each turn like a maniac. No real reason to put up a snapshot or anything because nothing happened. I guarantee nothing happened. It's basically just, you're watching this and you're basically just hoping your truck survives and doesn't have any issues on pit road. No problem. All right, I got Daenerys and Pete Rose racing behind me. That's good. They can race for a while and get off my case. I tried some different lines and they were working for a while, but I don't know. I'm just hanging on. I don't want to lose too many positions here. But we're still in the first half of the season. Anything that happens this race, I can recover from. I would like to think so. There's the Macho Man diving in early again. Like clockwork. We still have a random caution somewhere. Unless it flew when I was in the menus saving a replay or something. All right, let's see. I think I was P16 before pit stops, and 1.5 seconds behind. Oh shit! That's why you don't look at standings ever,
Inside.
let alone in the turn.
Still there. Stay high.
So it kind of ruins my whole experiment. I wanted to actually go in that time,
Keep high. Stay high.
but we gotta let this
You're
whole.
up top. 3 wide.
We gotta let everybody
Left
go here.
inside. Clear
And then we're
inside.
pitting this time. Here comes Smokey,
Inside.
getting a spot back.
Stay high.
Just rookie
Stay
move
high.
by me.
The leader is on pit road, buddy.
And I don't know what
Clear
Godzilla's
inside.
doing.
Truck
Yeah, Godzilla's
inside.
pitting.
Clear.
Tell you what, that might hurt Dwight Schrute and Daenerys getting held up, but we have to pit this time.
We're in the top 10. We still got work to do. Can't win them all, partner. Got some points, though.
What? I don't think it's the end of the race yet. Can't win them all, partner. That's supposed to be one of
Leader
the
is on pit road, buddy.
that's supposed to be one of the files for the end of the race, so maybe they pitted already.
Keep it under 45. Keep it under
Oh, how about
4,000 in second.
remember where our pit stall's at? Oh, what a stop right there. Oh, I got... Yeah, I don't know, brother. We'll see where your truck ends up, that's all.
Go, go, go. Shit and get. Boom, baby. Hell of a job, gang. We nailed that stop. Awesome work. Keep it under 45. Keep it under 4,000 in second.
Just-
Don't speed on pit road.
Like,
Keep
we're
it
obviously
under
not
4,000 in second.
We're obviously not voice actors, and he's just like, way to go, gang! But at the same time, I told him to enunciate to make it clear, so... You can't win.
Clear pit lane. Get going. The leader is on pit road, buddy.
I'll tell you what. There's Walker. Oh, shit!
Okay, merge when you can. Yellow flag is out. Yellow, yellow. Race back to the line. Let's go.
I think it's my race right there.
Jesus, boy, are you all right? Talk to me. Talk to me. You got huge problems with that motor, buddy. Your front end is all jacked up.
I don't want to wreck anybody.
You're smoking out there, big guy.
Well, my race is done.
The leader is coming up on you, boss.
God, just nobody hit me, and we're in good shape. Where's everybody at here? Now, did that wreck put somebody a lap down is the question. I'm waiting to go. I think I can go now. Let's see if I can at least get back to pit road. I survived that at Dover, that close pit road.
Okay, caution, under caution. Roll out of the throttle. Take a breath.
Relax.
Hustle up. Catch up to the field. Get behind the one car.
Yeah, any of the single digits is still
Pit
the
road
old
is now
sound
open.
pack.
Don't pit here. We're not on the lead lap.
Buddy, we're past that.
Keep it under 45. Keep it under 4,000 in second. Don't blow through that stop sign at the end of pit road. The pace truck in turn 1. You entered a closed pit. They want you to drop in at the tail end of the longest line. It's over. Hop on out. We can't fix that. Jesus. The pace truck on the back straight.
All right, hop on. I can't fix that. Jesus, pace cars on the back straights. Ugh. That's my day, gang.
The pace truck in turn 3.
Tell you what I gotta do is I'm not gonna accelerate the sim. Like, these races are too important. So I'm just gonna I just have to let it play. So, I mean, hopefully we're getting the one to go here. We can actually do some big time play-by-play. I'll be starting on the outside at Nazareth. I'll take that. This is why I was banking all these points early in the season. I knew something disastrous was coming. All right. Caution, the lights are still on the pace truck. All right, they're getting ready for the restart, but why am I showing Smokey the Bear in last place? Because he isn't in last place. He's in first. The green flag just dropped. He is 56 seconds ahead of Marie Antoinette right now in P2. Yeah, I mean, the caution brought out by yours truly, Mr. Miyagi'd the field pretty much. We Miyagi'd the field pretty much here. Of course, referencing the Vegas race from early this season. So, yeah, you might not get the win. Wins aren't everything, although I do have to come up with a tiebreaker system of some kind. I got nothing right now. I mean, if that was like, my fourth or fifth DNF, I would be perturbed, or I'd be angry. But or upset, or some kind of emotion. But I got nothing now. I got nothing right now. It's just trying to provide some good content here down the stretch. Don't know what's happening back here in the back. Looks like Gritty making a move on John Denver. John Denver's pits are saying he's loose. If I was this helicopter pilot, I would just fly away. Where's Walker? Walker is P11. And did Alex Trebek get saved by that? Wait a minute. Yes, he did. Alex, okay, you're welcome, Chad Crow. Okay, now listen. I jobbed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar at where? Charlotte? And then, unknowingly, I just made up for it by pretty much saving your Alex Trebek. Because, and hang on, too, he started near the back here as well. And because of the pit stops, he was able to cycle up near the front, get on the same window basically as them, and now he's running P4. Not going to get a win, but he's going to gain a lot of points. And he was, what, 20-some points behind Walker. And as it stands, he's going to gain 7 points on him. And where's Joe Dirt? Joe Dirt is behind Walker right now, so he's going to lose points to Walker. 6 points to Walker. Probably still be in second place, unless there's somebody else makes some huge, unrealistic jump. But they won't, because Walker's at least getting 30 points this race. That's emotional right there. So, I don't feel bad about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar anymore. Oh, 3 wide situation here in the back. I don't have the hotkeys set up here. Big emotion back here. Wednesday Adams. You know what? Let's go through the field and let's just talk about some field fillers is what we're going to do. Hang on. Let's get a good, I think TV1's good. Whichever one is not that one. So Smokey the Bear, not a field filler. He's made some waves. Wednesday Adams, a field filler. She hasn't even contended for a win. We haven't even talked about her. Maybe at Auto Club, but that was it. Rod Woodson had a big showing at Charlotte. Dorothy just won, and she had a good start to the season. Albert Einstein is Campbell's white stallion coming in to save the day. Bigfoot lurking in the top 10. Turd Ferguson. I mean, I don't think he's a field filler, but he's just a turd. And here he is at the back again. Wait a minute, how did he get to the back again? Shouldn't he have started near the front? Or no, he ended up getting a decent kind of finish at Dover. I think in the 20s. MacGruber, I mean, I guess a field filler, but almost just like not. I mean, we just don't talk about him. I see MacGruber. The only thing I think about though is Daytona. And imagine if Daytona didn't happen, and him mucking up the end of the race. Like, I don't even know if I've even mentioned him yet this season. There's Newman. Probably haven't talked about him much. But I wouldn't call him a field filler. Hogan, he just sucks. I mean, he's not a field filler. He just sucks. I wouldn't call Hank Hill a field filler. I don't even know who to compare him to. But your mom, might have to start talking about your mom being a field filler. Because she doesn't contend for wins. She just drives around. Conan O'Brien is the definition of a field filler, though. But at the same time, he's Phil Siborowski's top driver in the number 7 there. Gritty has won 2 wins for Campbell. He just needs a little more luck somewhere. I'd love to see those big guys in the top 10, but it's gonna be a tall order. John Wilkes Booth, I mean, top 10 driver for most of the season, not a field filler. Cardi B's probably a field filler. Darth Vader, just the DNF's not a field filler, but you know, I'm gonna stop saying field filler. Godzilla, he's fallen off big time. John Denver, again, just he's like the Ken Schrader of the season. Just real good. Like, not just, I don't know. Dependable, put it that way. Pete Rose, he's an FF, field filler. Daenerys, I don't know. Joe Dirt, second in the points, isn't an FF. We missed Dwight Schrute here. Dwight Schrute, I don't know. No, he's not. My mind wandered there for a second. He's 5th in points. Bob Vila, I'm not putting him in the FF category yet. Even though he was hot to trot in the top 10 early in the season. Now he's kind of fallen out of there. And drives around. Nathan Jessup, I can't call him an FF because I want him to be my, I want him to save me an extra $10. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, not a field filler. Wouldn't call him that. Billy Ocean, he peeks his head in and out here and there all the time. We can't call him a field filler. Pablo Escobar, I feel like he's about to break out again. Not an FF. Macho Man, not an FF. Walker, definitely not an FF. Doc Holliday, I don't want to call him an FF. Oscar the Grouch, no. Obviously 2 wins, and he's been in the top 10, I think, ever since. Miyagi, we got to start discussing FF and look at his Vegas win as kind of a Brett Bodine at North Wilkesboro situation. Edward Scissorhands, no. Top 10 guy. Willy Wonka's an ass clown. We're done talking about him. Alex Trebek's 3rd in the points. Fleetwood Mac, Daytona, always will be a Daytona 500 winner. Can't take that off of their resume. And they're starting to, I think they're going to be, they've been peaking. They've been like 11th through 15th recently in the standings. And this finish here might put them in the top 10. Maybe. I don't know. And then Marie Antoinette, she's one of my, she's the road course queen. Got the big win at Portland, and here she is again. And now I'm getting excited that she can try to pull this off. What we got here? Lap 87. I'm going to stop talking, and I'll be back when pit stops begin. All right, tell you what, gang. I wasn't going to do play-by-play. We're on lap 87. And we got pit stops coming up soon. So I just let the race run, and now I'm just playing it at double speed. And then we'll check out your pit stops. I mean, if there's one race that I'm going to DNF at and it's not going to matter, like, It's here. Like, there's just nothing going on. It's just not a fun deal. Smokey the Bear is bringing up the rear here. Somewhere in that little group, but he's leading the field. And I think we do have pit stops coming up soon. Probably going to see the Macho Man dive in first. We're on lap 90. I already know who won the race. I'm guessing lap 93-ish. Oh, there's Macho Man. All right, here we go. The biggest pit stops of the season right here. Maybe your truck can gain a spot or two. That decides the championship. That's why I'm showing this. Macho Man all business right there. Cardi B with a huge nose. We got John Wilkes Booth coming in. Walker, Texas Ranger. Let's see if he stays in his stall a little bit. Probably not. Yeah, this might be enough to take New Hampshire off the schedule. It has nothing to do with my DNF. It's just there's nothing happening. I'm guessing Walker's pit stop was okay. I wasn't watching it. Dorothy hanging out a little bit there. Marie Antoinette in and out. I like to see that from her. Clutch pit stop. Edward Scissorhands does a drop and go. Both the red trucks there did the same. McGruber and Jessup, and Smokey's out. Smokey, the leader before this round of stops. By like 25 seconds or something. Actually, we can check the official standings right now. 19 seconds. He's ahead of Marie Antoinette by 19 seconds. Marie Antoinette right there is in second place. And here's how the field looks like. This is a nice little shot right here. And there's Smokey. Marie Antoinette was in... Okay, there's first place. And Marie Antoinette is right there. Holding the line. Get a nice Reynolds wrap shot right here. Oh, yeah. Maybe your truck gained or lost spots. I don't know. But let's due to time constraints, let's move forward in today's action. Lap 997 right now. And we do want to get on Smokey the Bear right there. He's like four or five from the back because he's the leader. We'll see if he can just take the lead. We'll also be able to see if anybody pits, and you'll be able to get a real good, quick look at your trucks here, see if they're making moves or not. But this was Marie Antoinette's race to win, and I messed it up for her. It's all my fault. Dominant. See, there is some passing. You can see a lot of side-by-side stuff. It's just... Tell you what, in another world, I would take a day off and, like, just redo the race. But I'm being honest, and B, I wasn't running New Hampshire again. Even the 40 some laps I ran, or 60 some, I wasn't doing that again. All right, we'll see the white flag here soon for what's his face, Smokey the Bear. Let's give him his moment in the sun, even though it's a boring race. We gotta let Smokey take us out here. If he doesn't wreck. None of those trucks are for position. Everyone behind him is a lap down. And this is real time, by the way. This isn't this isn't slowed down. Yeah. I think we have to officially we have to kick New Hampshire off the schedule. But there's Smokey taking the checkered flag for Jacob Squeaks. The second win for the Deanna Jacob team. Let's take a look how hang on. Yeah, there we go. Here's how everything's finishing up. Try to find your favorite driver. Looks like Kareem might have got a top 10-ish. Darth Vader. Hello. I think he gained more spots than he should have this race at New Hampshire. Might have just had some magical pit stops. And that does it from New Hampshire, and we're probably ne'er to return. It just wasn't an exciting race even before I just turted myself. Taking a look at these results, though, Alex Trebek, I mentioned, I really helped out Chad Crow this race. Alex Trebek was able to, whatever happened, I mean, he got his lap back there and then was able to kind of just hang out up there. And ended up gaining 26 spots. Unbelievable. But you see Walker right below him. And even though he was right behind Walker, coming into here, Walker's getting a ton of points. I mean, and even for me personally, I'm looking, I came in 20 points back, and then I probably lost, I don't know my exact point system here, but I lost, I'm going to be 50, 60 points. I might be out of the top 10 here. E-Sizz, the pole sitter, dropped to P7. Looking over on the right, Godzilla had a big jump. And don't sleep on B Spinny's little move here. Daenerys Targaryen she just needs to put together some good finishes, and Dwight Schrute is a contender and didn't lose any spots this race. Unfortunately, we have to go to the back half now. Darth Vader, another decent showing, relatively speaking, 10 spots gained. Hank Hill, sneaky little 10 points because he's been making a rise in the standings recently. It's worth noting. MacGruber, I mean, that's field filler central for B Spinny. Bigfoot there. I don't know. I mean, he's hanging near the top 10. I just wanted to point out what he did here. How about Gritty, though? And I was a hype man for Gritty recently. After he didn't steal. That was a good win at the 600 in Charlotte. But, pretty bad finish here. I think he got hit on pit road. That really slowed him up. Might have slowed him up for the rest of the race. And I think Smokey the Bear was the one who got into him. I didn't even mention Smokey won the race. I mean, we just watched it, so whatever. And Newman and Woodson they've been decent recently. Oh shit. Newman and Woodson, they've been decent recently. And they kind of held serve here, didn't gain, didn't lose, not bad. And of course me, I lost 30 some spots here. Just a bad day for AC Racing because, no, I lost 30 here. I lost 30 points. I don't know. I might be out of the top 10, but yeah, AC Racing really bad showing here because I DNF'd, Julius Caesar DNF'd, and if it wasn't for my DNF, Marie Antoinette wins, and instead she gets second. And, son of a bitch. And then finally, checking out the bonus points, Smokey the Bear did end up leading the most laps after my wreck. And Doc Holliday got a sneaky lap let in there somewhere. And then Hulk Hogan, Rod Woodson, and Pablo Escobar got the 3 fastest laps of the race. And we're out of here. Yeah, I don't know how many times I've mentioned this video. Just, it's just not there. I want to give New Hampshire a shot. And maybe it's just because of the high octane, fast-paced action we've seen in the Craftsman Truck Series so far this season. New Hampshire just isn't there. It isn't up in that level. So I'm gonna circle back, see what we can replace New Hampshire with. We have a ton of tracks we can replace New Hampshire with. Maybe run 2 North Wilkesboros, something, anything. A lot of fantasy tracks out there. We'll figure something out. All right, here we go. The next race is Nazareth. It's the 15th race of the season. When those checkers fall, that's going to signal the halfway point of this season. As I always say, pretty remarkable when we hit these certain milestones. But the next race after that is Pocono, and I think during Pocono I'm going to go over some top 5 and top 10 stuff. I haven't really been doing the driver bugs. I had plans to, showing the drivers' stats with their faces, during the action. That's one of those things I'm cutting out of my editing process. But we'll take a look at all of those stats. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually looking forward to Nazareth, especially now because I'm going to be on the front row. And hopefully I'll give Julius Caesar $20 in the garage to let me get out in front of the pack there early and try to hold him off. But we'll see what happens. All right, thanks for watching.